part of this chapter, that is ratio and proportion. That is from practice set 4.3. We have completed 3 examples from question number 4. And today we are going to see our 4th example of that practice set 4.3. Look here, we are going through each and every example because each and every example has a different method to solve this example. Okay, so we have to go for in last 3 examples, they were a different method. We have to some multiply the numbers and take common, or we have to adjust the numbers, and then we have to take our operations on the given ratios. But here, directly at the first step, whenever such kind of example comes in front of you in ratio and proportion, in root, at that time, directly do componendo and dividendo. See here, componendo and dividendo, it is already there. So if it is already there with componendo dividendo, so again you have to do there the same thing, that is do componendo and dividendo. So we will write here by componendo and dividendo. Okay, so what we do in componendo and dividendo, we add the denominator in numerator and we subtract the denominator from numerator. So we will get here root of 4x plus 1 plus root of 4x, sorry, it is not here 4x, it is x plus 3. X plus 3, this is numerator. We have to add the denominator. So we will get root of 4x plus 1 minus root of x plus 3. Same thing at denominator, just change the sign. Middle sign will get changed. So what we will get? 4x plus 1 plus root of x plus 3. This is your numerator. Now here minus sign is there. So whatever the next term is there, that will come in bracket. So now here what is under root of 4x plus 1 minus of under root of x plus 3, which is equal to, at right side also you have to do the same thing, 4 plus 1 upon 4 minus 1. Okay. Now here see, you have to solve this bracket. Okay. यहाँ पे multiply by minus sign. And what we will do here, the numerator, see here, it is minus root of x plus 3, it is plus root of x plus 3. So this term and this term get cancelled. Here what remains? Root of 4x plus 1, root of 4x plus 1. Addition is there, so 2 times it will become 2 times root of 4x plus 1. At the denominator, see here, first you have to multiply by minus sign. So first write down multiply by minus sign and then write. Here as it is, 4x plus 1 plus under root of x plus 3 minus, in between minus sign, so this minus into root of 4x plus 1 and minus into minus, here it will become plus under root of x plus 3, which is equal to 4 plus 3, 4 plus 1, 5 and 4 minus 1, 3. Now see here at denominator, minus root of 4x plus 1 and plus root of 4x plus 1. This both terms get cancelled here. What remains? 4 root of x plus 3 plus root of x plus 3. Again, this is 2 times. So we will get 2 times root of 4x plus 1 divided by 2 times root of x plus 3, which is equal to 5 upon 3. Now see here again 2 get cancelled. Again what remains? I'll write it here. Root of 4x plus 1 divided by root of x plus 3, which is equal to 5 upon 3. Okay, this is the remaining term. Now we have to find the value of x. We have to find the value of x. How we are going to find out the value of x? To remove the root, we have to square both the sides. When the root will remove? When we will square both the sides, at that time this root will remove and we will get the value of x. So what is the next step? Squaring both the sides. Squaring both sides. Okay. After squaring, what we will get here? After squaring, the root sign will get cancelled. We will get only 4x plus 1 divided by x plus 3, which is equal to, at right side, write down the square. 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9. Now this we get in a very simple manner. Just cross multiply. 9 multiply to this 4x plus 1 and 25 will multiply by x plus 3. So what we will get? 9 into 4x plus 1, which is equal to 25 into x plus 3. 9 fours are 36x plus 9 ones are 9, which is equal to 25 into x becomes 25x and 25 threes is 75. Make x terms on one side and constant on the other side. Here is 36x, brings 25x here. So this will become 36x minus 25x, which is equal to 75 minus 9. Bring x terms on the one side and constants on the other side. Now solve this. 36x minus 25x, 11x, which is equal to 75 minus 9, it is 66. So x is equal to become 66 upon 11, which is equal to, so the value of x is equal to 6. Very simple kind of example is there. Just one step you have to remember, that do first componendo and dividendo. After that you will get everything in front of you. After solving each and every step, you'll get how to solve the next example. So just remember the first step that you have to use here, componendo dividendo. Such kind of example will come in exam for 2 to 3 marks. This kind of examples will come for exam in the section of 2 to 3 marks. Okay, now we will go for the next question. Question number 5. All the questions from this question number 4, whichever the question we are solving here from practice at 4.3, that all the examples will come for 2 to 3 marks. Most probably 3 marks. But if it is a short one, it may come for 2 marks also. Next question we are solving here, the 5th one. That is 4x plus 1 bracket square. 4x plus 1 bracket square plus 2x plus 3 bracket square plus 2x plus 3 bracket square divided by 4x square plus 12x plus 9. 4x square plus 12x plus 9, which is equal to 61 upon 36. 61 upon 36. Okay. Now, we have to solve this example, but see here we cannot find any common term, or we cannot multiply here, or we cannot see anything which we can make common. But here we can see this is a quadratic equation. 4x square plus 12x plus 9. This is the expansion of a term, a plus b bracket square. This is the expansion of that. We have to find of which expansion it is. Okay. So if you see here, if you solve this bracket, 2x plus 3 bracket square, if you solve this bracket, you will get near about this value, because 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, and 2 3s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So if we solve this bracket, we will get this denominator. Let us see. Suppose 2x plus 3 bracket square. Okay. Solve this by a plus b bracket square. What is the value of a plus b bracket square? It is a square plus twice ab plus b square. Put the values in this form and solve this bracket. So what we will get, a square means 2x bracket square plus 2 into a into b. So 2x into 3. 2x into 3 plus b square means what? Here 3 bracket square. So what we will get? 2x square. So 2 square is 4, x square is x square plus 2 into 2, 4. 4 3s are 12. This is 12. And this x as it is. Plus 3 square is 9. See here, this is the denominator. 4x square plus 12x plus 9. So, this denominator's value we can write like this. 2x plus 3 bracket square. This denominator is expansion of 2x plus 3 bracket square. So, at the denominator, we can write directly 2x plus 3 bracket square. Therefore, given ratio becomes. Therefore, given ratio becomes. What will become the given ratio? 4x plus 1 bracket square plus 2x plus 3 bracket square. At denominator again it will come 2x plus 3 bracket square, which is equal to right hand side as it is, that is 61 upon 36. Now see here, this denominator 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3 we can cancel by, but what we have to use? Minus sign should be there, because this is plus, this, if this is minus, then this plus and minus will get cancelled. So for that, use dividendo. Only we have to subtract. So just use dividendo. So this and this term will get cancelled. So here we will write by dividendo. Okay. Dividendo, subtract this term from numerator. So what we will get? 4x plus 1 bracket square plus 2x plus 3 bracket square. Dividendo is there, so minus sign. Only single term is there, so no need to write in bracket. Directly you can write down 2x plus 3 bracket square. At denominator it is as it is 2x plus 3 bracket square, which is equal to. Again at the right side you have to solve it. 61 minus 36. 61 minus 36 divided by 36. 61 minus 36 divided by 36. Now at numerator see, plus 2x minus plus 3 bracket square and minus 2x minus 2x plus 3 bracket square. Both the terms get cancelled. What is remain? 4x plus 1 bracket square divided by 2x plus 3 bracket square, which is equal to. Solve the right hand side. 61 minus 36. It is 25. And at denominator it is 36 as it is. The denominator is not changed from first example. यहाँ से जो start हो रहा है 2x plus 3 bracket square and here it is 36. Here is again 2x plus 3 bracket square. Here is again 36. Here is 2x plus 3 bracket square. Here is 36. You don't have to change the denominator. Whatever the calculations we are doing, we're just doing at the numerator side. Because we are using here dividendo, and dividendo means what? We have to subtract the denominator. This plus and minus term get cancelled, and then it is calculation 61 minus 36, that becomes 25. Now see here, these terms are in square. We have to remove the square because we have to find the value of x. For that we have to remove this square. So what we have to do, take square root on both the sides. See in last example there was square root and we have to take square and find the value of x. Here already square is there. We have to take square root so that we can find the value of x. So according to the example, you have to change that what exactly you have to use there. So here we have to use square root. So here write down taking square root on both sides. So what we will get? 4x plus 1 divided by 2x plus 3. The square will get cancelled because we are taking root, and at right side what will become? 25. 25 is root of 5. 5 5 is 25. So 25 is root of 5 and 36. 6 6 is 36. We get 5 upon 6. Now it becomes easy. Just cross multiply and you will find the value of x. 6 multiply here and 2x plus 3 multiply there. So 6 into 4x plus 1, which is equal to 5 into 2x plus 3. 6 4s are 24x plus 6 1s are 6. 5 2s are 10x plus 5 3s are 15. Bring x terms to the one side and constant to the another side. So this will become 24x minus 10x, which is equal to 15 minus 6. The 6 will shift there, it will become minus 6. 10x will shift here, it will become minus 10. 24 minus 10, it is 14x. 14x is equal to 15 minus 6. 15 minus 6. How much? 9. So we'll get x is equal to 9 upon 40. X is equal to 9 upon. So in this way, you have to solve the examples. Okay. Now we will see the last example, the sixth one. This was one a lengthy kind of example. So they may ask you this example for 3 marks also. The last example of question number 4, that is 3x minus 4 bracket cube. 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus, sorry, it is minus sign here. At numerator it is minus sign. X plus 1 bracket cube. X plus 1 bracket cube divided by 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube, which is equal to 61 upon 189. Okay. In before examples, there were square terms or root terms. Now here in this example, they have given us a cube of bracket. Okay. We don't have to solve the cube, just we have to adjust the numbers. Now see here, this is simple plus and minus. At numerator it is minus and at denominator it is plus. Usually whenever we do componendo and dividendo, we use plus sign at the numerator and minus sign at the denominator. And at right side also you can see here, the bigger number is at denominator and smaller number is at numerator. So first thing what we have to do, we have to invert the values. Whatever the plus term is there, that we should need on the numerator side. Whatever the bigger number is there, that also we need on the numerator side, because it becomes easy to solve. Okay. So what we have to do first, by invertendo. By invertendo. Invert the values, denominator right at numerator and numerator at denominator. So what we will get, 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube divided by 3x minus 4 bracket cube minus x plus 1 bracket cube, which is equal to 189 divided by 61. Okay. Now it becomes in the simple form, or as we solve it further example, that in that form. Now we can solve here by using componendo and dividendo. See here, same terms are there at numerator denominator, just change in sign is there, plus and minus. So whenever such kind of example come, we have to always do first thing, that is by using componendo and dividendo. So here we will write by componendo dividendo. Okay, so we will get 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube plus 3x minus 4 bracket cube minus x plus 1 bracket cube divided by 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube minus. Now see here, the denominator we have added here. Now the denominator we have to subtract here. So we took minus sign and now write the denominator, that is 3x minus 4 bracket cube minus x plus 1 bracket cube, bracket complete, which is equal to At right side also same thing. 189 plus 61 divided by 189 minus 61. If you don't want to this step, if you don't want to this step, you can write it directly also. Doesn't matter. It will become also same example. There will be no change. But this is in the proper form that addition should become at numerator and subtraction should become at denominator. For that purpose, I have taken here one step extra, that is by using inverted, because when it comes in regular example or example way, it becomes easy to solve. Okay, next. Now see here, this is minus x plus 1 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube. So this plus and minus term get cancelled. Same thing at numerator, denominator also one term will get cancelled, but before that we have to multiply by minus sign. Here what is remaining? 3x minus 4 bracket cube and 3x minus 4 bracket cube. 2 times it is. So we will write here 2 times 3x minus 4 bracket cube divided by. First we have to multiply by minus sign, so we will get 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube minus 3x minus 4 bracket cube plus x plus 1 bracket cube, which is equal to, solve at the right hand side, it is 189 plus 61, that is 128. Sorry, it is not 128, it is 250. And 189 minus 61, that is 128. upon 128. Now at denominator again, see here, this is minus and this is plus. Same terms, plus and minus get cancelled. Here again 2 times x plus 1 bracket cube remains. So we have here 2 into 3x minus 4 bracket cube divided by 2 into x plus 1 bracket cube, which is equal to this 250 upon 128 can be reduced by 2. After reducing by 2, it becomes 64 and this becomes 125. 125 divided by 64. So right hand side it will become 125 divided by 64. And again here at left hand side 2 will get cancelled. So what is remaining? 3x minus 4 bracket cube divided by x plus 1 bracket cube, which is equal to 125 divided by 64. Again see here in previous examples we have taken square or square root to solve and find the value of x. Now here cube is given. To solve the cube, what we have to do? We have to take cube to both the sides. So what is the next step? Taking cube on both sides. So taking cube on both sides, not cube, it is cube root. Taking cube root. It is already cube, we have to take cube root on both sides. So this cube will get cancelled. What we will get? 3x minus 4 divided by x plus 1, which is equal to 125 is cube of 5, because 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, and 64 is cube of 4. 4 4s are 16, 16 4s are 64. So this is the cube of 5 upon 4. At right side it becomes cube of 5 upon 4, 125 and 64. Okay, now see here, simple way we get examples. Now we will solve regular ways. Just cross multiply and find the value of x. So 4 multiply here, this multiply there. 4 into 3x minus 4, which is equal to 5 into x plus 1. 4 3s are 12x minus 4 4s are 16, which is equal to 5x plus 5. Again, X terms at one side, constants on another side. 12x minus 5x, which is equal to 5 plus 16. 12 minus 5, 7x, 16 plus 5, 21. X is equal to 7 3s are 21. So we get the value of x is equal to 3. See here, if we don't do this step, there will be no change in this example. This example will remain as it is. The answer we will get in the same form. There will be no change. Just what will happen, this denominator will come at numerator and numerator will come at denominator. Each and every step the same thing will happen. If x plus 1 bracket cube will come at the numerator and 3x plus minus 4 bracket cube will come at denominator. There also 64 upon 125. Here 4 upon 5. If you solve it at the last step, it will come also the same answer. So this step was not necessary. But why we did this step? Because for the convenience to understand the example. So it depends on you whether you have to do this step or not. It is not compulsory. If you want to drop this step, you can drop it. But if you are dropping this step, then whenever you are going to solve the example, solve it carefully. Because by doing this step, it becomes easy to solve this example. But if we don't do this, minus is at numerator and plus is at denominator, then it becomes a little bit jumbling time. Okay. So it depends on you whether you have to do this step or not. Okay, this is our practice set 4.3. We have completed each and every example of our practice set 4.3. Now we will move all this example from question number 4 may be asked in question paper for 3 marks, 2 to 3 marks. If little bit examples are there, then they will come at 2 marks, and if such kind of bigger examples are there, they may come for 3 marks. This is very important question regarding your exam basis. Okay, so that's why I have solved each and every example. Now we will move further for practice set 4.4. We will see the next practice set, that is 4.4, which is based on a property of theorem of ratio, which is based on theorem on equal ratio. What is that property? We will see, and we will start the examples, because we have already discussed about the property in last lectures. So only we will see that if two ratios are equal, A upon B is equal to C upon D, then we can write them as, then we can say that the properties say that their addition is also equal. What does the property say? That A plus C divided by B plus D. Their addition is equal. And if there is any number multiplied to A, B and C, D, then that numbers will come accordingly. This is the very simple and basic property. This is called as theorem on equal ratios. So on this property, our further examples are based. Okay. So we will see the first example. Fill in the blanks of the following. Okay. We will see here question number 1. What is the fill in the blanks? First one. X divided by 7, which is equal to y divided by 3. X plus 5y divided by, okay, which is equal to 7x minus 9y. 7x minus 9y divided by. Whatever the denominator is there, that we have to find out. Whatever the denominator is there, we have to find out. Okay. Now see here at the numerator, x is multiplied by 3. So here also we have to multiply by 3. If we are multiplying numerator by 3, then we have to multiply denominator also by 3. Here see 5, y. Y is multiplied by 5. So we have to multiply by 5 to y. If we are multiplying 5 to the numerator, then we have to multiply it to the denominator also. So what we are going to do here, we are multiplying 3 to x and 5 to y upon 3. And after doing that, we have to use this property, because what the theorem on equal ratio states, if a upon b is equal to c upon d, then that is equal to a plus c upon b plus d. So by using this theorem, we can write 3x plus 5y at the denominator, 3 into 7 plus 5 into 3. So this is very easy kind of example. Just what is multiplied to x and y, we have to see and multiply it. So therefore we get 3 multiplied by x divided by 3 multiplied by 7. See here, 3 multiplied to x, and here we have to multiply 5 multiplied by y upon 5 multiplied by 3. Y upon 3, y upon 3. 5 is multiplied to numerator denominator, x upon 7, 3 is multiplied to this. At numerator there is addition 3x plus 5y. See here 3x plus 5y. So at denominator also 3 into 7 plus 5 into 3. 3 into 7 plus 5 into 3. Multiply 3x plus 5y denominator. 7 3s are 21. 5 3s are 50. And add 3x plus 5y, we get 36. 21 plus 15, that is 36. So here what is your value? 36. Same thing for here now. Same thing for here now. So what we have to do here is x is multiplied by 7. Here you have to multiply by 7. Y is multiplied by 9. Here you have to multiply by 9. Now, for the next one. So x upon 7. X upon 7. Multiply x by 7. So here 7 into x divided by 7 into 7, which is equal to 9y. So 9 into y. 9 into 3. 9 into y, 9 into 3. Now what is here? Here it is subtraction. Now see here, subtraction means what? This minus 9 means what? 7x plus, in the bracket we can write minus 9y. So minus 9 means what? It is the term which is multiplied to y. It is minus 9. Now after solving this bracket, this minus plus becomes 7x minus 9y. So this property states for both the sides, addition and subtraction also, because whatever it is multiplied to y, according to that we can change this. So it is minus sign. So at denominator also you have to do the same thing. You have to subtract this 7x minus 9y divided by 7 into 7 minus 9 into 3. 7x minus 9y divided by 7 7s are 49 minus 9 3s are 18. So what we get? $31. At denominator we get value 31. So here you have to put the value 30. Very simple examples are there. This may come, this kind of example may come for activity purpose, because this boxes are blank. These boxes are blank and you have to put their value. So you have to solve and put the value, so it may come for activity section also. Second example, you can do for homework. Second example for homework. Try it at home. Very, very easy examples are there. A, B, C terms are there. A you have to keep as it is. Second term -2 is there. So multiply by 2 to B and multiply 3 to C. We will see question number 2. What is question number 2 is given to us? 5m minus n is equal to 3m plus 4n. 3n plus 4n. Then find the values of the following expressions. Okay, whatever the following expressions are there, that we have to find out. What is the first expression given to us? M square plus n square divided by m square minus n square. This kind of example we have already solved. We have to find the values of m square plus n square, and we have given this. And from this, first we have to find the value of m upon n. First, we will find the value of m upon n, then we will find the ratio. How we are going to find out? First, see there, square term is there because this is single m and n. There is square term. So first squaring, and then addition and denominator subtraction is there. So what we have to do? Use componendo dividendo. We will get the value. So first we have to solve for m upon n. For that we have given this expression. 5m minus n is equal to 3m plus 4n. M terms break one side, n terms break another side, and solve we will get for values of m and n. 5m minus 3m, which is equal to 4n plus n. See here, plus n will go there, minus n will go there, it will become plus n. 5m minus 3m. 5 minus 3, 2m. 4 plus 1, 5n. So what we will get? M upon n, which is equal to 5 here and 2 at the denominator. N bring here at denominator, 2 bring here at denominator. Because what we want, we need the value of m upon n. So what we get? M upon n is equal to 5 upon. Now what we have to find? We have to find this m square plus n square upon m square minus n square. So this is single m upon n, we need square term. So square, we have to do square on both the sides. So what we will have to do? Squaring. Squaring on both the sides. What we will get? M square divided by n square. 5 square is 25. 2 square is 4. Now what we have to do? We need addition at numerator and subtraction at denominator. In which operation it happens? It happens only in componendo and dividendo. Therefore, by componendo dividendo. Okay, componendo and dividendo. So what we will get here? M square plus n square divided by m square minus n square. At right side also, 25 plus 4 upon 25 minus 4. So on that right side, we will get 25 plus 4, it is 29, and 25 minus 4, that is 21. So the value of m square plus n square divided by m square minus n square is equal to 29 divided by 21. Very, very easy kind of example. Whatever the P1 was there, from that we find the value of m upon n. Say it as equation number 1. From that we find the first value, m square plus n square upon m square minus n square. Now we will find the second value. Second value is given to us, that is 3m plus 4n upon 3m minus 4n. Okay, whatever m and n is there, keep it as it is. But for m, there is multiplication of 3 at numerator, and for n, it is divided by 4. So Multiply by 3 by 4 to both the sides. Multiply by 3 by 4 to both the sides. We have to multiply here by 3 by 4 to both the sides. Now, this I will drop and we will solve the second example. I'll write it here. To find the value of 3n plus 4n divided by 3n minus 4n. Okay. Therefore, multiply by 3 upon 4 to equation 1. Okay, multiply by 3 by 4 to equation 1. So what we will get? 3 upon 4 multiplied by m upon n, which is equal to 3 upon 4 multiplied by 5 upon 2. Okay, 3m upon 4n. We get 3m upon 4n, which is equal to, here does nothing get cancelled. So we will multiply 15 threes are, 5 threes are 15, and then denominator 4 twos are 8. So the value of 3m upon 4n is equal to 15 upon n. But what we have to find out? 3m plus 4n upon 3m minus 4n. Means again addition and subtraction. So again we have to do here componendo and dividend. By componendo dividendo. 3m plus 4n upon 3m minus 4n. At right side also 15 plus 8 divided by 15 minus 8. So 15 plus 8, 23. 15 minus 8, 7. Minus 4n. So we get the value of 3m plus 4n upon 3m minus 4n is equal to 23 upon 7. What you have to do, for whatever given is there, from that find the value of m upon n, and whatever the question was given, according to that you have to solve the example. Okay, this was question number 2. Now we will see the question number 3. See here, question number 3 is very important because it has 5 sub questions, but you have only one sub question there, 1 or 2 sub questions there. You don't have to solve all the sub questions. So because other sub questions are deleted from your syllabus, the third, fourth, and fifth one, you have to solve only first and second. So see carefully. It is given that if a into y plus z, a into y plus z, which is equal to b into z plus x plus c into x plus y, x plus y. Okay, and out of a, b, c, no two of them are equal. Okay, a, b, c, no two of them are equal. Then show that. Then what we have to show? Y minus z divided by a into b minus c. Y minus z, then z minus x. Okay, z minus x at denominator, b into c minus a. Okay, and here x minus y divided by c into bracket a minus b. We have to find this. We have to show that. Okay, we have to show that these three terms are equal. Okay, we have to show that this will become show. To show y minus z divided by a into b minus c is equal to z minus x divided by b into c minus a, which is equal to x minus y divided by c into a minus b. See here, this example becomes looks a very big one, but it is very easy to solve. We will see how we are going to solve this example. First of all, whatever the given things are there, that you have to write. This is given and we have to show this. So first write down given that a into y plus z is equal to b into z plus x, which is equal to c into x plus y. See what we have to show. According to that, we have to take the steps. So here at denominator, you can see that there are the terms of a, b, c. All the denominator, if we see, it is the terms of a, b, c. See here, if you multiply by a into b, this becomes ab minus ac, bc minus ab, ca minus cb. So all the terms are of abc. So here at denominator we need terms of abc. So divide all the sides by abc. Divide all sides by a, b, c. This is the adjustment. So we will get a into y plus z divided by a into b into c, which is equal to b into z plus x divided by a into b into c, which is equal to c into x plus y divided by a into b into c. Now see here, a and a get cancelled, b and b get cancelled, c and c get cancelled. So what is remaining? I write here y plus z divided by bc, which is equal to z plus x divided by ac, which is equal to x plus y divided by ab. Say it as equation number 1. Whatever remaining is there, y plus z upon bc, x plus z plus x upon ac, x plus y upon ab, that I have written there and I have written it as equation number 1. Now see at the denominator. If I multiply this, a in bracket, what I will get? AB minus AC. So at denominator, AB was there and after subtracting AC, we will get this term. So see where is AB and AC? See here, AB and AC. From AB, we have to subtract AC. AB minus AC. So here we can use the property of our theorem on equal ratios. If ratios are equal, we can use the property and make subtraction. So these two we have to consider, they are equal and we have to subtract them. So first we will write these two. But first we will write AB because first AB is there, then we are subtracting AC. So first of all write down, let x plus y upon AB, which is equal to z plus x upon AC. Only from that three equal ratios, I am collecting only two ratios. Only two ratios I have taken, which ratios, which has denominator AB and AC. See here, AB and AC. Now subtract them. Subtract them. Use the property or theorem on equal ratios and subtract them. So what we will get? X plus y minus z plus x divided by AB minus AC. Since by theorem on equal ratios, what we have used there? By using theorem on equal ratios. We have used that theorem on equal ratios and we have subtracted them. So what we will get here? First solve this bracket, multiply by minus sign. What we will get? X plus y minus z minus x divided by, at denominator C, AB minus AC, keep it as it is, AB minus AC. Next step, we will take A common. Because here see, plus x minus x get cancelled. Plus x and minus x get cancelled. What is remain? Y minus z. At denominator, take A common. What we will get? B minus C. Say it as equation number 2. We get the first term. Y minus z divided by A into B minus C. Y minus z divided by A into B minus C. Just we have taken two terms and solved them, subtracted them, we will get the first one. Similarly, we have to solve the second also. BC and multiply B. Here it will become BC minus BA. BA means what here? AB. BA or this is AB. One and the same thing. So here it is BC. Here it is AB. So again take that two terms. Third term no need to write. But first BC is there. First BC is there. Then AB is there. So remember the sequence also. First take BC, then AB. Again, what? Y plus Z upon BC, which is equal to X plus Y upon AB. This is BC first and then AB, BC and AB. Now subtract. Again the same theorem on equal ratio. So we will what we will get? Y plus Z minus. I will do minus sign and solve it. Minus sign लगाने के बाद में यहाँ पे minus minus both the signs will change. As if here first minus minus is there, same thing. There also it will become minus and minus. So it will become minus x and minus y divided by BC minus AB. See here. Plus y minus y get cancelled, we get z minus x. So z minus x divided by b common in the bracket, we get c minus a. This is equation number 3. We'll get here second one, z minus x upon b into c minus a. B into c minus a. Here we get the second one also. First, second, both we get here. Now, how to find the third one? Again, multiply C into A. Here it is CA. Here it is CB. Where is CA and CB? CA means what? AC. CA or AC and CB. CB means what? BC here. BC. AC minus BC. So here AC minus BC. So second minus first. Now we have to take that one. Then we will get this part. Okay. So I'll rub this part because this part is already done. I'll solve here because I need the question part. Okay. So what is the next? Also, first is what? AC and then BC. So first we will write the Z plus X upon AC, which is equal to Y plus Z upon BC, which is equal to, again subtract them, Z plus X minus Y minus Z divided by AC minus BC. Here you have to write the same property. Here also. The same property you have to write all the sides. By theorem on equal ratios, by theorem on equal ratios. Again see here plus Z minus Z get cancelled. What is remaining? X minus Y divided by, take C common. Here CC is common, take C common, you get A minus B. Say it as equation number 4. We will get the third part also. So from equation 2, 3 and 4. From 2, 3 and 4. See the left hand side. X plus Y upon AB. Z plus X upon AC. Y plus Z upon BC. X plus Y upon AB. Z plus X upon AC. Y plus Z upon BC. After left hand side, whatever the terms are there, they are from equation number 1. And whatever on the right hand side, this is from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. By using all the equations from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. You will get this proof. See here. From equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Left hand sides are all same. And what do we get the right hand side? This is equal to this is equal to this. So this is the answer. Very simple examples are there. You have to just do the adjustment. If you do proper adjustment, you will get your answers easily. I'll rub this so that you can get the answer. This is your answer. From equation 1, 2, 3 and 4, this is equal to this. I hope you have understood all the examples. Okay. Miss? Hello, ma'am.